Asus Zenbook Pro 16X OLED Review. Asus Zenbook Pro 16X OLED is one of the most expensive laptops available today, but it's also one of the most stylish. However, its high price tag stems from a design that makes it vulnerable to theft. The Asus Zenbook Pro 16X packs plenty of power under its hood, but it doesn't come without some compromises. It comes down to whether you prefer elegance and style at a premium or a lower cost. If you're willing to spend a bit more, the Asus Zenbook Pro 16X OLED has a lot going for it. Despite its stylish looks, the Asus Zenbook Pro 16X isn't quite perfect. Its keyboard is too far forward for comfort, exposing the fan vents to dust and debris. It's not just the price tag that makes these phones so expensive, even the inclusion of touchscreens and styluses come at a cost, with an OLED display that's barely visible when viewed from afar. Even though the overall look and feel of this product may not be ideal, if you're willing to pay a bit less for something else that looks just as good, then go ahead and buy it. Otherwise, save yourself some cash and get something else instead. Asus' own VivoBook Pro 16 inches laptop is close to the MacBook Air when it matters most, and it cost about half as much. It has a powerful Intel Core i7 processor, lots of memory, a fast solid-state drive, and an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2060 GPU. If you're looking for a high-end laptop, the Asus Zenbook Pro 16X OLED isn't the best option at the moment. The Asus Zenbook Pro 16X is available to buy right today, if you've got the cash. Starting at $1,199, this laptop doesn't come cheap. That bumps to $1,399 to get the Intel Core i7-1065 G7 CPU, NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1050 graphics, 8GB of RAM, and 256GB of SSD storage. The more expensive variant swaps out the 1050 for a 1070 GPU, doubles the RAM to 16GB, and ups the storage capacity to 512GB. Both models ship with Windows 10 Home pre-installed. Asus has not been found to be slacking when it comes to designing laptops. As clear as ever on the new Zenbook Pro 16X OLED, this is an extremely elegant-looking laptop. From its deep blue chassis and chamfered edges to the dominating touchpad and the mystical pop-up keyboard, Asus shows off its ability to create beautiful devices. Some aspects of the UX don't feel designed with usability in mind. The keyboard rising up when the lid is open might improve airflow for the internal components, but it'll be a stretch to call it an ergonomic upgrade. And the per-key RGB lights aren't going to solve any problems, either. The raised keys are too high off the desk surface and leave the edges of the machine poking into our arms. Also, the plastic strip covering the bottom intake vent doesn't help with cooling. The hinge mechanism could be made less durable by things slipping through it. And if they're pushed into the fan blades, it could cause them to break off. I'm not sure if the original author had any intentions of writing something so boring, but this was the best he could do. He tried his best to make this article interesting, but unfortunately, he failed miserably. The Asus Zenbook Pro 16X is a very attractive laptop with a beautiful design. Its aluminum body feels sturdy and premium, and the keyboard is comfortable to type on. However, the screen quality leaves much to be desired. While the IPS panel offers excellent viewing angles, contrast levels are low and color reproduction is poor. In addition, the black level is uneven across the screen, resulting in dark areas where you can see through the backlight. It packs an Intel Core i7 CPU, NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1050 GPU, and 8GB RAM into a sleek aluminum chassis. The Zenbook Pro 16X OLED comes with an Intel Core i7-1065 G7 Hexa-core 6th Gen Whiskey Lake UHD Graphics 630 GPU. It also features 8GB DDR4 RAM memory along with 256GB PSNVMe.2 SSD storage. The laptop weighs around 3.5 kilograms and measures about 22 cm by 14 cm by 1.3 cm. It sports a 15.6-inch Full HD IPS display with 1920 by 1080 pixels resolution. It runs Windows 10 Home operating system,